So I want to share my story and I want to share why I do what I do. So specifically to why I created a digital marketing agency, and how that story came to be. We have to look at when I was young. So when I was young, I quickly realized that I love creating content. So I used to start creating YouTube videos with my friends and family, and we did a lot of skits and stuff like that. And I also was very intrigued in just like the digital world in general. So anything from like video games to creating art with Photoshop and stuff like that. I really enjoyed doing that, and I figured that as a career, I wanted to do something with the computer or with the digital world. So fast forwarding a little bit. Going to high school, I took a business class, and this class was very entry level, but it kind of gave me a taste of the idea of business and investing and solving problems that people have and making money from it. So that class kind of is the first inkling that I kind of wanted to do something in business, and um, that really gave me a passion and drive to kind of chase that dream that was starting to build up. So fast forward a little bit, we're in college time, so we're finishing up high school and we're picking or thinking about what I wanted to pursue after high school. There was a couple of things I wanted to pursue. Again, the business thing was, I think, number one thing. But again, it was a an industry and a job that is not from within my family. So my dad's a machinist, my mom is an office worker, but she doesn't really know that much about business and marketing. So my brother instantly knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to follow my dad's footsteps, but that was not something I felt I wanted to do. So I had to commit on one, and I kind of combined what I love to do and what I wanted to do, which was creating content and being involved in the digital world and kind of business. So I thought marketing would be like the perfect thing for me. So I did that. I took an advanced course at Conestoga and graduated with a diploma, advanced diploma. But more importantly than that, yes, having the hands-on knowledge of the curriculum and things that go or are marketing in terms of like you know fundamentals. The most important part and the most valuable thing for me during that time was the co-op sessions. So we had an 8-month period where we worked with a real business, and we got paid for it, and it really puts you into the real world environment. And for me, this was the real world environment of marketing. So what was working, what was not working, how it even played out, and it gave me a real sense of like what the industry was, or the role um, what the role was in terms of like how to be a good marketer. um, so fast forward a little bit after graduation, I was working a part-time job, but I also decided to start a little bit of an agency for myself. So at this time, I really didn't know what I was doing. I know what I wanted to do. I didn't know how I wanted to do it or how I was going to get there. But obviously, the first thing you think of is, okay, let's do it. Let's build a business. And I did some advertising and I managed to get a couple clients. But the way, um, even before that, the way I structured pricing was completely off for a business purpose. So I started to charge hourly, and I thought it was a good decision. But turns out that, and through experience, I learned that that's not really the best decision, especially for something like this, like a monthly service. First, um, you feel like you have to take a little bit longer to finish the project just because you're working hourly. And again, it's not good for the client or yourself to kind of have that mentality. Let's just be honest. So, yeah, after a little bit of working with that and with those clients, my largest client, obviously, because I wasn't that experienced, decided to move on. And I took that as a very big deal. I hadn't experienced anything like that before, like that massive rejection. So I took it very personal in a way, and I realized that I needed to gain more knowledge in order to be better at the field I wanted to do. So I figured that if I signed up with a company or get employed with a company, I would, look at how they work and how, the industry operates, and then I would gain knowledge that I could then, build my agency on. So that's exactly what I did. So I created a resume, I had the business website and all that already there, so it was easy for me to kind of stand out among all the competition. And I got hired by this company with a very lovely CEO. And working with this company, I had to create and run a full marketing department by myself, working with or managing and working with vendors, plus also taking care of strategy and implementation and making sure everything was working, accordingly. We first started with, facing out the foundation. So we did a complete brand revamp. We went up to, current times, because the current marketing material and branding they were using was fairly old. It was like 10 years old. So we redid everything. And then after we had the foundation based done, we focused our shift to actually lead generation. So, and I figured that's the most important thing when it comes to marketing. Yes, brand awareness. Yes, promotion and stuff like that. But the number one thing we want out of marketing, and everyone wants out of marketing, is to start those conversations. So everything leads to, people who are interested in your service starting that conversation between you and them. So I realized that, and I realized that marketing needs to be based on results. So you try something, it's not working, it is working, what's not working, what is working, you tweak accordingly, and you move forward in that way. So again, during this time, during this 3 year time period, I was learning a lot, not only marketing, but also how, to run an organization. So as I said, this CEO was very, very brilliant in how he operated his organization. And I learned a lot of things from operations, sales, management. There was a lot of things that they taught me throughout this time there. So I love this job. If we move forward a little bit, I was very happy with my job and with the performance. Obviously not perfect. There's always things to improve. But unfortunately, we had a family incident that resulted in me having to kind of come back to my original home country for a bit. And the work situation wasn't working out. So I had to kind of realize that I needed to do something. And obviously, this has always been my dream, and I've been chasing this for a very long time. So I thought it would be the perfect thing to kind of pursue. So that's exactly what I did. I took all the information, all the knowledge I've gained throughout the years, and I built Lead Masters. And I want to deliver, a service to MSPs and outsourced IT companies, as well as other companies, eventually, with a marketing system that just works. Like I want to, for you guys as the companies, to contact me with a problem that I already know you have. You're not getting enough leads, you're not getting any conversations, and you're spending way too much money to justify the cost of marketing. And you want something that's going to work and actually deliver results and actually deliver revenue to your business. So that's exactly what we built, and that's exactly what we aim to deliver to um, companies. So that's just a little bit about who I am, what I do, and kind of like why I do what I do. And yeah, I hope this sparks motivation. If you are someone who is, you know, still on the journey of thinking you want to start your own business, or finding life to be hard and stressful, just keep on digging away at your dream, and eventually you'll get there. For those of you listening, for marketing purposes, feel free to message me, and we'll get a conversation going. Thank you, guys.